What's good, people? What's good, YouTube? Sorry about me being late once again. My bad, my apologies. But I'm on here. I'm back on the scene, man. This is Frank Nitty, your boy, man. Just giving you the real commentary, man. Not giving you no beliefs or opinions, but I'm giving you straight facts or truth, right? So, yeah, man. So I'm going in. I'm covering this New York City shooter, man. This little this incident or this situation, right? You already know what that's- I'm not gonna really say think. Well, y'all know what I know about this situation, okay? Like, I'm gonna break it down to the last compound. I'm gonna share my screen and I got some of these videos I'm gonna show y'all, man. And I'm just gonna break down the videos and just point out the crisis acting going on in these damn videos. Uh, it's not funny, but it is at the same time. But I'm just gonna break this down for y'all, man, and just point out the flaws and just point out the obvious, man. And it just goes to show too, man, that they really pushing some crime wave stuff going on right now. They're really pushing because they're pushing agendas right now, and you got to think like this. This is close to November. The primaries are coming up, so they're literally campaigning right now, right? They're pushing all this blowback and crime and surging and especially right now in New York now it's political because Mayor Adams already has. See, Mayor Adams now has, and I've heard him talk about this before, but he has a crime, uh, a little crime, little situation or little laws or some bills or something that he got in effect right now. So this is like perfect, right? This is perfect timing. And it's crazy because I'm gonna play y'all and point out to y'all too that there was another shooting today, right? Or was it no, yesterday night I think in Brooklyn Mall. So I mean, it's not what it's not a coincidence too that it's in the same borough, right? As the subway shooting. I mean, I'm telling you, this is an agenda we're seeing right in front of our very eyes. Like I said, Adams has a situation right now. He has some crime bills that he has and some plans, I guess, to fight crime, combat crime coming up in the works. So this is just all orchestrated specifically for that. But I'm gonna break this down. And just point out a couple of things about this guy, Frank James, right? They're saying is the suspect of the subway shooting, but it's funny. Frank James, if you really follow old Western stories, Frank James was Jesse James's brother, right? That's kind of weird. Too, how's the cameras not working? How was the cameras not working that very morning? And it's funny, they have footage of this guy. You see what I'm saying? Like, where'd the footage come from? Was it the streets cameras? They had footage of him coming, I guess, not really even getting on the subway, but just walking down the street, right? Saying this was before the incident, but they don't have no footage of him leaving. Very interesting, right? Just like the 9/11 thing. They had footage, just, footage and all this type of stuff, but the footage that they had was footage from months ago was from different times, right? And so that wasn't even the same footage of those days that they were showing. But this is very interesting. If you really and also too, the thing is, we why were the cameras not working? And then how did he get away and escape? This was a big, heavy set, 6 foot two. This is a big guy. You know, and he had a reflective vest on, or a reflective shirt. So basically, so what did he do? He threw the gas mask. I mean, and then I don't understand. He's still gonna have that big reflective shirt. I mean, what did he do? Change real quick? I mean, did he like do some Superman in the booth stuff real quick? It's just I just don't. It's just a weird situation to me, man. It's just I just don't understand this, and I just don't understand how this is playing out. And also, they were kept calling him the person of interest, but then they were saying too he's not a suspect, right? But then they were saying this is what they did, right? They see they made up a story. It's all a story. It's all made up. So what they did is try to authenticate it, as they made it seem like, oh, he was just a person of interest. Like, we wanted to talk to him because we found his credit card at the scene or whatever, in the credit card, I guess, to get the truck, right? The U-Haul truck, supposedly. But the crazy thing about it is, you see what I'm saying? How did you find his credit card? And how did you know it was him? Did the credit card have his picture on it? See, this is the questions we're not asking, right? And the thing is, they show a picture of him in the U-Haul truck. If you didn't know who this person was, how the hell did you get a picture of him in the U-Haul truck? And then after he got caught, y'all showed a video of him in the U-Haul truck, and you're showing all these videos of him after he gets caught. How did you even know it was him? And where'd you get these videos from? Because he's a crisis actor and he made the videos, right? It's crisis acting. How did they get a picture of him in the truck before all this even happened? How did they get a picture of him in the truck? They didn't even know who he was. And then they were calling him person of interest. And then they were saying he wasn't a suspect. You know what? My bad. This is how they played it out. So they played it out to where he actually called, and then they try to act like they were confused. You see what I'm saying? Of him being the suspect, and but they knew. You see what I'm saying? But what it did, they tried to play it off and cover their butt. They try to have him call talking about somebody was looking for him, and he mistake, right? He was they were confused about all along, and he happened to be the suspect. And but why would you turn yourself in? Why would you call Crime Stoppers yourself? Why would you do that? And the thing is, why would you have him plastered all over the news media? Why would you have him plastered all over the news media, right? If he wasn't the suspect. And then y'all try to play it off and then try to have him talking about he called and he was confused why, he's seeing himself on the news. Like y'all didn't play that right. And y'all, that was your little alibi, right? Joint. You see what I'm saying? It's just a weird situation. Like it didn't even make no sense. Like what? That shit didn't even make no sense, right? At all. I mean, I don't know, and then, but the thing is, why would you put a person of interest and splatter his, face all over the media and like why would you do that? You see what I'm saying? If this guy's not necessarily a suspect, but then all of a sudden, I knew they were going to do that too. They were all of a sudden today they pronounced him as a suspect and talking about he got caught to meet him at McDonald's. Does that sound accurate to y'all? Does that sound like something that would actually happen, right? Something logical. I mean, it just don't make no sense to me. I'm sorry, man. I just don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to say. It just don't add up. But let me start playing these videos right now, man. Let me play some of these videos right now. Hold up. Oops. All right. Hold up. Okay. I'm gonna share my screen right now too. Fair use. Fair Use Act 1976. This is just for commentary purposes only, educational purposes only. That's it.
City subway after a gunman with smoke grenades and a hatchet shoots 10 people before getting away. Police do have clues including a gun, a rental truck, and a person of interest.
Well, President Biden and police say that they will not rest until the suspect is caught. Police here in LA also.
What kind of gun was it? How come they didn't show the gun? Why? What kind of gun was it then? Because they know that's bogus for them to try to say that he shot. What? How many times? 10. They really said 33, but let's get more.
So, taking precautions now. Our Lauren Lister is tracking late developments from our news center. Lauren, are we now learning that police have a person of interest that they're looking for?
Yeah, Cher and Pedro. This news just in moments ago, authorities revealing that
that was so scripted. So does the police have a person of interest they're looking for? She just signaled that to her, right? But why were they just calling him a person of interest this whole time? I don't understand. And then all of a sudden he comes out as as the suspect. I knew they were gonna do that. I should have made a video last night so my bad, y'all. I should have really broke this down like I wanted to last night, but let's get into this though.
As there is a manhunt tonight for the shooter, and police are giving a name and photos of someone. They are asking the public for help finding. They say they don't have a motive for this shooting. In addition to those 10 people shot, 13 others were injured.
13? Why did they say 12 though? In the other video I'm gonna play you, they're gonna say 12. What up, BJ? What up? In the other video I play, look, the other video I'm gonna play, they're gonna say 12. Why they say 13? They might as well have said 33, so they say 13, right? Yeah, we gotta really. So how much ammo did this man have? If you have a pistol, you cannot shoot. Did he? So he reloaded, right? You had to reload. Where's the clips? They just had the gun. And if you got time, motherfuckers got time to get away, you reloading. Motherfuckers got time to get away. So let's keep going, man. Y'all see what I'm saying? I'm breaking it down, man.
None of them life-threatening.
Authorities revealing they are looking for 62-year-old Frank R. James with addresses in Wisconsin and Philadelphia in connection with.
Okay, what does that have to do? What does him have an address in Philadelphia and Wisconsin have to do with anything? What does that got to do with anything? So what? He had addresses there. The motherfucker moved around. And what does that have to do with anything? See, we don't be thinking, man. We don't be thinking, man. We don't be thinking, man. That's wild, man. That's wild, you know. Hold up.
The subway shooting. They say a U-Haul key recovered at the scene unlocks a vehicle rented to.
A U-Haul key at the scene. So he left the credit card. Look, he left the credit card and the U-Haul truck. He just happened to leave them shits at the scene. Damn, dude. That motherfucker dropping clues and shit like Hansel and Gretel, right?
Tonight, multiple victims battling gunshot wounds and investigators searching for answers after a mass shooting on a New York subway train just before 8:30 a.m. as people were heading to.
So now it's a mass shooting, okay.
Work and school.
An individual on that train donned what appeared to be a gas mask. He then took a canister out of his bag and opened it. The train at that time began to fill with smoke. He then opened fire.
Police say the shooter hit people on the Manhattan-bound N train and the platform, pulling into the 36th Street station in Brooklyn's Sunset Park neighborhood. Chaos as people rushed to help the injured and evacuate.
I saw maybe a 16-year-old sitting on the train. You can clearly see the bullet on his knee, in his knee.
So you can see bullets in people's knees now? I didn't know. Can anybody answer me that question? BJ, can you see a bullet in somebody's knee or on somebody's knee? She said on him. Listen to his response. This is a little kid right here. This dude sounds like he graduated from Harvard. Listen to how he responds.
There was confusion, and
why did he look over? Why did he look over? Who did he look over to and signal to?
Just a scary moment.
Alarming video from the train during the incident shows someone banging on the door between cars.
Why did somebody open the door? Bro. Why didn't somebody open the door for that person then? And how was the door locked? So just because it was a mass shooting, that means all the rail doors are locked? We don't be thinking, dude. We look at it. Let's play this back one more time. Look at how this looked. Hold up.
The incident shows someone banging on the door between cars. Unclear who. And New York City's mayor revealing at least.
So that person didn't come forward and saying that, yeah, I was the one banging on the door in the middle. How come they didn't interview him? Crisis actor?
One security camera at the 36th Street station wasn't operating this morning.
So you mean to tell me the camera wasn't operating in the morning? The camera wasn't operating. So what's the coincidence that the camera wasn't operating in the morning, right? Coincidentally? Damn, dude. Yo, BJ, you should jump on, man. And go in on this with me. But Dan, hey, y'all, they think we fools. They think we fools. They think we crazy. What y'all think about this? How do you call crimes? How do you see? He's the actor. That's why he called on himself. That's why he called and turned himself in, because he's the crisis actor. Does that make sense? That's why he made these videos. I'm gonna show y'all the videos right now. Oops, my bad. But I'm gonna show y'all the videos, man. I'm gonna show y'all the videos, man. This is burnt out. You know, we really gotta just pay attention, man, and just, you know, be on our, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't, man. You know, our feelings and emotions, everything gets in the way, you know, and triggers. That's not good, because, you know what I'm saying, it messes up your actual thought and your critical thinking and your logic to, you know. But
Also asking the public to come forward with clues.
We would not allow Leopold to be terrorized, even by a single individual.
In the aftermath, victims seen
so he used the word terrorize, and then they charged him with terrorism. But how come they never charged none of these white mass shooters with terrorism?
arriving at the hospital, the president addressing the tragedy.
And we're grateful for all the first responders who jumped into action, including civilians.
So the president was already talking about this the same day?
Didn't hesitate to help their fellow passengers.
Authorities on the ground zeroing in on a U-Haul cargo van they were believed to be connected with the shooting. While closer to home, one Los Angeles city councilman, also running for mayor, is asking for a review of safety on LA mass transit.
The incident in New York City, the unfortunate tragedy there reminds us the need for public safety in our public transportation system.
Working in a 3D space can be a challenge.
There's
so many different directions your work can take.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I mean, how you gonna say you seen the bullet in somebody's knee? Right? We be full of shit, man. We crazy, man. We crazy. We wild and shit, man. We wild, you know. We wild. We wild, man. And it, you know, and it's the thing. It's sad, man, because, you know, we're talking about grown adults here. We're not talking about little kids. We ain't talking about little kids. We're talking about grown adults. You know. We're talking about grown adults over here. Yeah, but this is the breakdown. So look, I'm gonna play this right here too. Okay, so this is Fair Use 1976 Fair Use Act. This is just for commentary purposes only, right? So I'm gonna share this right here too. Shit. Right.
In this case. Breaking news, CBS 2 has obtained surveillance video that appears to show suspect Frank James on his way to allegedly carrying out the Brooklyn subway shooting. The video shows James wearing a reflective vest, wheeling a cart down the street and carrying a bag. Police suspect James opened fire on the subway, shooting 10 people. The NYPD has also just released new images of James. There is a $50,000 reward in this case.
How did they get them images? Okay, so that was from the okay. So you didn't get no street images of him leaving, right, or escaping. I don't understand how they got the images of him, you know, before all this happened, but they don't got no images after. That's really interesting. And how he turned his own self in, right? But I mean, that was a big guy. So how did, you know, he must have got out them. I mean, he must be the fastest, biggest cat I've ever seen him before in my life. You know what I'm saying? So how does this work? All right, let me see. Let me go on.
Following breaking news, CBS 2 has obtained surveillance video that appears to show suspect.
Or hold up. One more time.
Frank James on his way to allegedly carrying out the Brooklyn.
Allegedly? So how is this the person that was allegedly, at first he was an alleged person, and then he turns himself in as the suspect? All of a sudden, a day later, he's a suspect. Doesn't that sound like some bullshit to me, y'all, or is it just me? How come he wasn't the suspect yesterday? I mean, y'all found keys and rental keys, and y'all found a credit card. I don't understand. Why was he not the suspect yesterday?
Subway shooting. The video shows.
I mean, look at this dude, man. Yeah, he couldn't. And then did he have the little walker thing when he was escaping? The little what's that called? Luggage.
It was James wearing a reflective vest, wheeling a cart down the street.
The luggage cart. Okay, so how did he leave with the cart? Where the cart at?
And carrying a bag. Police suspect James opened fire on the subway, shooting 10 people.
They suspect that he did. Does this make any sense to y'all? Does this make any sense to y'all? Hold up. I call bullshit. All right, we're gonna go into the.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What up? What up?
This shit funny, man.
Did I break it down a little bit or what, man? Did I break it down a little something or what, man? You know what I'm saying?
Man, this thing funny as hell, man. I be laughing my ass off.
It just don't make no sense, you know. How do you go from the why wasn't he the suspect yesterday though? That's what I want to know. They had they had the same.
Let me ask you a question, man.
Mm-hmm.
You think that old dude did that shit, man?
62-year-old.
Come on, man. Unless he was over MK Ultra.
Or something. Right. Okay. But the thing is, look at let me play this real quick while you on here, BJ. Look. Let me share the screen again. Look, pay close attention to this right here. Watch, pay attention. So how did they get video of this dude before, but they don't get no video of him leaving or escaping?
Just released new images of James. There is a $50,000 reward in this case.
My bad, I didn't play it. What the hell? Hold on.
Breaking news, CBS 2 has obtained surveillance video that appears to show suspect Frank James on his way to allegedly carrying out the Brooklyn subway
Allegedly?
shooting. The video shows James wearing a reflective vest, wheeling a cart down the street and carrying a bag. Police suspect James opened fire on the subway, shooting 10 people.
They suspect that he did?
NYPD has also just released new images of James. There is a $50,000 reward.
Okay. Look. That was a picture of him inside the UPS truck. How did they get a picture of him inside the UPS truck before all this shit, before they even knew who he was? BJ, can you answer me that question? How did they get the picture, dude?
That's some funny stuff, ain't it, man?
Did they take his phone? No. How do you get a picture before they even know? No, my bad. That picture was before he even carried out the attack. So how'd they get that picture before he even carried out the attack? Can anybody? You see? Does that make sense? That makes sense.
No, it don't make sense.
No, but I'm saying, does it make sense what I'm saying though? Does that make sense what I'm saying, dude? Like, how do you get the picture before he even carried out the attack? Before they even knew who he was? They got the selfie of him in the UPS truck or the U-Haul truck. Where'd they get that picture from, dude? Because he's a crisis actor, bro. This is all crisis shit. Look, watch. I'm gonna show you. Watch this other video. Watch this other video. I know that's what you said. A 62-year-old man, heavy-set man. This like, where do you run? I mean, he don't look like he in shape, bro. So it's like, okay, here we go. Now look at this new video.
And James is expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. Live in News Center, I'm Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News.
Oh shit, my bad.
Suspect, as you just said, was a
Why is
suspect
she smiling?
himself, and now he faces a federal terrorism charge and a long time in prison.
Why is she smiling, bro?
I think they just caught the son of a from the subway right now. I just saw him walking behind me, and he was mumbling and saying about the FBI.
Okay, who was that person that was just talking? Crisis actor, right? And how did he just happen? The guy was just happened to be talking right in front of him about the FBI, right? And he gets arrested. Who is this guy talking, bro?
Now, it was him, 62-year-old Frank James, arrested 30 hours after police say he
Frank James, like Jesse James's brother, bro.
detonated smoke bombs and fired 33 shots inside a rail car approaching 36th Street in Brooklyn during a busy morning commute.
NYPD patrol officers from the 9th Precinct responded to St. Mark's and First Avenue, where they apprehended him without incident.
We're learning James himself had called Crime Stoppers saying he thought they were looking for him and he'd be at
Where did they get that video of? Where are they getting all this video of this guy?
McDonald's. Wednesday, James was handed over to federal authorities who charged him with terrorism.
If convicted of terrorism,
How come he gets a terrorism charge, but none of the white mass shooters ever get charged with terrorism? Can anybody answer me that question? You know, they try to hit him with some terrorism shit. Okay.
and attempted murder, Frank James will spend the rest of his life.
Frank James? Okay.
In custody, whether that is in a penal institution or a state mental hospital.
Oh, now they're trying to say mental hospital. Okay. Now they're trying to, okay, now she's putting that out there and shit.
10 people had been shot, many more injured by shrapnel and smoke. 5 of the victims were children going to school. Police found this bag near the scene that contained fireworks, a hatchet, and a key to a rented U-Haul police say belonged to James.
His arrest history in New York is 9 prior arrests.
9?
Dating from 1992 to 1998.
The whole world. While the motive's unclear, James had posted angry content about Black oppression, homelessness, the subway, the New York mayor, and his.
He just happened to be saying shit about the subway from the mayor. Where are they getting this? Where are they getting this? These tapes and shit from, and this video from?
Disdain for white people.
This is what white is, and white motherfuckers expect you to be.
James's sister said the Wisconsin native was often alone. He documented his recent journey to New York, leaving home March 20th, picking up.
Where did they get this? Where are they getting this video from? And look now, okay, so look at it like this. So if they got this video of this dude after all this, he's arrested, right? Whatever. So let's just say that they went through his shit or whatever and found. Then how did they get that picture of him in that selfie like this in the U-Haul truck before he even did the shit? How did they get that picture? See, dude, this shit is, man.
The U-Haul in Philly.
On my way to Philadelphia.
Back home in Wisconsin, those who had seen him around said they did not see this coming.
I didn't know that was him until I saw some reporters out here by the building.
How did you not know it was him, dude? Just by seeing him, seeing his face? Yesterday, you didn't know it was him?
And then I saw his face, and I said, Lord have mercy. I couldn't believe that was this man.
And James is expected to make his first court appearance tomorrow. Live in News Center, I'm Christina Pascucci, KTLA 5 News.
Okay, I'm gonna play this other one I played earlier real quick. But so they said the camera wasn't working. How is the camera not working? Coincidentally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't. Rebel Life, what up? What up, man? Yeah, this shit is mad fake. And then the thing is, okay, I'm gonna play you something else. Okay, let me play this real quick, and I'm gonna point point out that, you know, and really show how staged and psyopy this shit is, right?
Shoots 10 people before getting away. Police do have clues, including a gun, a rental truck, and a person of interest.
Well, President Biden and police
This stuff up, King.
also taking precautions now.
Why
Our
LA?
Lauren Lister
What
is
does LA
tracking
have
late
to do with any of
developments from our
this?
news center. Lauren, are we now learning that police have a person of interest that they're looking for?
Yeah, share
Did she coach her? Oh, a person of interest that they're looking for?
Pedro, this news just in moments ago, authorities revealing that as there is a manhunt tonight for the shooter, and police are giving a name and photos of someone. They're asking the public for help finding. They say they don't have a motive for this shooting in addition to.
But if you have, So yesterday, look, see, okay, look how they were trying to say they don't know who the person is. But then yesterday at the same time, they were saying that, oh boy, is a person of interest. But the thing is, why wasn't he the suspect? And instead, he was a person of interest. And you had his pictures and shit, supposedly. But the thing is, how do you have his picture in the damn U-Haul truck, right? And he wasn't even a suspect. BJ, you see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
Where did they get the picture from? That's because he's an actor.
Those 10 people shot, 13 others were injured, none of them life-threatening.
Authorities revealing they are looking for 62-year-old Frank R. James with addresses in Wisconsin and Philadelphia in connection.
How did they have all the information about this dude? I guess they found it supposedly found. I heard something about a credit card. I don't know. But still, bro, how did they have all this information about him yesterday, but still talking about they didn't know who it was and they didn't have no suspect? Like, make that shit make sense. Yeah, like, Rebel Life Boxing said, man. Man, there was no ambulance. Damn.
Hey, yo, what the hell going on out there? You got no ambulance.
Damn, man. Damn.
Oh, man, Frank, I love how you break this thing down, man.
Yeah, but Rebel Life kind of broke that shit down. That was real good right there, man. That was real good. That was real good and shit. Cause all you seen is fire it look like fire department and police. That's it. And like the little blurry little images that show, and they just show quick images, you notice, and that's it. Somebody just happened to be ready with a camera. Man, when the people get off the train, they look hysterical enough to, man, for me after, exactly, man, they didn't look hysterical enough. And look at Homegirl said, man, let me play this again, my bad.
With the subway shooting, they say a U-Haul key recovered at the scene unlocks a vehicle.
A U-Haul key? Okay.
Rented to him. Tonight, multiple.
But if it was rented to him, why is he not the suspect? And you can find any random, but see, this is what, okay, I just thought about something right now. Oh, shit. How do you find a random U-Haul key and think that this is a person of interest? Any one of those thousands of motherfuckers down there could have dropped the U-Haul key. BJ, you hear what I just said? How would they know? How would they link this shit to this guy? You see what I'm saying? Any one of the motherfuckers could have dropped the key. Any one of the motherfuckers could have dropped the credit card. How would they link it to specifically? I don't know, man.
Victims battling gunshot wounds and investigators searching for answers after a mass shooting on a New York subway train just before 8:30 a.m. as people were heading to work and school.
An individual on that train donned what appeared to be a gas mask. He then took a canister out of his bag and opened it. The train at that time began to fill with smoke. He then opened fire.
Police say the shooter hit people on the Manhattan-bound N train and the platform, pulling into the 36th Street
So
station.
he hit people or he shot people? Which one?
In Brooklyn's Sunset Park neighborhood. Chaos as people rush to help the injured and evacuate.
I saw maybe a 16-year-old sitting on the train. You can clearly see the bullet on his knee, in his knee.
It was confused.
How could you see a bullet on somebody's knee or in somebody's knee? So she didn't see no blood.
It was just a scary moment.
Alarming video from the train during the incident shows someone banging on the door between cars. Unclear who.
Why didn't they interview that person to the person. And then the thing is, why didn't nobody go and open the door for the motherfucker? And why was the door locked? Just because there's a mass shooting, all the fucking cargo doors are locked?
And New York City's mayor revealing at least one security camera at the 36th Street station wasn't operating this morning. Also asking the public to come forward with clues.
We were not on.
But didn't they already have clues? They got a U-Haul key and a credit card, right?
Allow New Yorkers to be terrorized, even by a single individual.
In the aftermath, victims seen arriving at the hospital, the president addressing the tragedy.
We're grateful for all the first responders who jumped into action, including
So wait a minute,
civilians.
how are you talking,
Didn't
man?
hesitate to help their fellow passengers.
Wait a minute. How you talking?
The same day, huh?
Yeah, now check this out.
Break
The
it
day
down.
before, he announced an executive order on ghost guns.
Exactly.
Yeah. But look, now check this out. They told you the cameras were working due to some computer glitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. In New York City, I just was down that bad bitch. You lying, man. You know goddamn well it wasn't no damn computer glitch.
You see that?
Y'all still got robot dogs and camera phones like y'all can't find. Come on, man. Stop this dumb stuff.
And then the motherfucker end up getting, how he get away? As big as he is, how the hell he get away? He had that fucking, that reflective vest on or jacket on. He had a motherfucking moving cart, rolling cart with him. Did he take the cart with him? How come they didn't find the cart?
That's a good question.
Okay, so the doors are locked between the cars and shit.
You're right.
Yeah, nobody was shot on the platform. That's what I'm saying, man. That shit was bullshit, dude. All right, let me play the rest of this shit.
Zeroing in on a U-Haul cargo van they believe to be connected with the shooting. While closer to home, one Los Angeles City councilman, also running for mayor, is asking for a review of safety on LA mass transit.
The incident in New York City,
What does that got to do with out here, though?
unfortunate tragedy there reminds us the need.
See, that lets you know this shit is an agenda, man. Because he jumped on this shit.
For public safety in our public transportation system.
All right, now I'm gonna play. Now peep this one. Now peep this real quick. That lets you know that they pushing the agenda right now. Watch this. This next one I'm gonna play. It's about another shooting in Brooklyn. Watch. Here we go.
Prospect Heights, Lisa Rosner, CBS News. All right, Lisa, thank you. Teen injured after a shooting outside of a Brooklyn mall. CBS 2's Lisa Rosner live in Prospect Heights with the latest for us. Lisa.
Well, Christine, this happened just after 5:30 this evening during the busy rush hour. Lots of people headed through this area as it is close to a major transit hub. Now, we are told by police that this happened outside the mall, and earlier we saw investigators focusing on the area surrounding this garbage can. It is right next to the Burlington Coat factory entrance and a Stop and Shop supermarket. Shell casings are on the sidewalk, and police were looking inside this garbage can off Fort Greene Place and Atlantic Avenue, where there's a visible bullet hole. People who were shopping inside the mall say stores closed their doors for almost a half hour following the gunshots ringing out.
We just closed the doors and let everybody know that the cops was outside, and to just calm down and just wait till everybody's clear.
Police say a 15-year-old male was shot in the head and has a graze wound. He is in stable condition and not likely to die. The NYPD says he was with a group of other males outside the mall when they got into a dispute with another group of males. Police say he is not an innocent bystander, but it is also unclear if he was the intended target in the group. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so look. Okay, so here we go with the agenda. But see, the thing is, where's the video at? Where's the? Well, okay. Why didn't this in this video? Why did they interview anybody? Right? Did y'all peep that?
This needs to stop.
Pushing the agenda.
All these kids
pushing that weapon agenda. The same old older black people trying to Talk about. I mean,
Guns is coming from. This needs to
that
stop.
gun agenda.
But yesterday on the subway, today is here.
Did he just say it first on the subway? Now over here, you see that lets you know that this is an agenda right here. That lets you know that there's something. You see how they link the two together, and you see how they're a day apart, and you see how they're both in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
But see, remember Eric Adams was already talking about a little crime prevention plan that he got going on. He's trying to make a little crime bill going on. So this is all for that. You see what I'm saying, BJ? This is all for that, dude. And then that's how you know it's an agenda, because you got the LA mayor or whoever that was tapping in, talking about, oh yeah, we need preventative measures and stuff like that for the trains out here in LA. That's how you let you know. I mean, these people, if you're not a critical thinker, you're not going to catch that. But that lets you know that there's something more to this. Now you get politicians from different states tapping in and all this shit, and you get the president tapping in. That's kind of something's up with that. This is all exactly a gun control agenda. Exactly what that is. It's definitely a gun control agenda for sure. That's all it is. You see what I'm saying? And it's all this is political. You got to look at it like this. It's all happening around the same time as this election. Excuse me, not the same time, but the same year. Excuse me, y'all got to remember, this is an election year. In November, it's on. And see, these Democrats are scrambling. They trying to really push this issue, and they know that Joe Biden's numbers is down. They know that his poll numbers is down like a motherfucker. But see, that's on. We're really pathetic though. But you can't trust these European polls anyway. The polls that they be taking, especially when the media projects them and puts them out there, you can't trust that. But that lets you know that we be on some bullshit too. Not just as people, because you got some of these. I'm not even gonna call them elders, but you got some of these older people really selling us out and really not doing us no justice at all. Not at all, man. And then you see too, you got Biden give it. It's funny, man, because I was just thinking this earlier. We get inflation, right? And we get we get inflation and stuff like that, and but at the same time, Ukrainians, they don't get that, and these other groups, they don't get that, but we get it, right? They get cash, big payments and shit. We don't get that. You know what I'm saying? We get all the, we get inflation, and we get the, the bullshit, man, and everything going up, man. It's crazy, man. That lets you know too that we gotta really be on some Republic and take back, man. Because this definitely ain't no damn democracy, and democracy is. Well, it kind of is democracy, because this does seem like some kind of like mob rule type stuff going on, man. This is crazy, man. This right here is and this dude
Nazi shit, man. Nazi shit.
Man, Gustavo, man. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, man. This is definitely some Nazi shit, man. But what y'all, man? Did y'all hear about the? So this incident, man. It's clear to see that this is some BS, man. And this is basically has a lot of different agendas written all over it. So now there's a shooting in the Bronx. See, let me get to this real quick. Hold up. See, and then I'm talking about. Okay, I'm so.
The NYPD also looking for the shooters in deadly gun violence in the city. Police say a 21-year-old man was fatally shot, and 3 others were wounded in the Bronx.
3
happened last night in the
3 others.
Williamsbridge section. Now, a motive right now is unclear. Also in the Bronx, a 23-year-old woman, possibly an innocent bystander, was shot in the head and killed. Police say she was sitting in a parked car in the concourse section when she was struck last night.
Now, I'm not saying that it's not violence in New York. I'm not saying that, but it's just I just think this is strange. And they'll make some psyops, and what they'll do, they might even throw a real case up in there and stuff like that. But this is a lot of this stuff is really targeting on this dude Eric Adams' little crime plan, right, or crime prevention. But see, the thing is, it's funny because you're in there, right? Look at it like this: he's in there, and there's a gang of so-called crime going on. Anyways, what does that tell you? What does that say about you as mayor, right? That says that you a fuck up, man. That says, but see, from the jump, you know what I'm saying, with them Democratic policies, I don't care, man, and just with this shit that they try to implement, it goes downhill from there, man. Because man, you know what I mean? Because they don't know what they're doing, these Democrats, man, but they kind of do because they still get our the older people that look like us, man. They get them on board, man, and they get them to vote. They'll tell them, and you know what I noticed before the vote, and what they get, and every year they'll try to make it seem like the vote is like the most important thing in motherfuckers' lives. Y'all notice that? Oh man, this vote was important. You gotta vote. Man, this vote, man, there's so much stuff that comes down to this vote, man. Y'all gotta vote. Oh man, this is a lot riding on this vote. If y'all don't vote, your life is at stake. Or so they'll say all types of crazy shit, man. It's just like, I mean, that just goes to show how gullible the people are, man, and how lost we are, man. I mean, we lost, man. Yeah, exactly. It is it'd be a reason to that's a good point. To give them money, and that would be an extra reason for us to actually go down there and fight. That's a good point. That's a good point. Good point, man. But man, BJ, this shit is all wild, man. I mean, it's an agenda, man. It's a big time agenda, man. So don't be so y'all seen what I just put, man. 3 shootings in like what, 2 days, 3 days. Lucky number 3, right? So we just really got to focus, man, and just see. And now you notice too, since this dude Eric Adams is doing this crime thing in New York, all of a sudden there's all types of crime in New York, just concentrated in New York, right? And you notice those 2 incidences they was just talking about right now was both in the same borough. Now you got one in the Bronx, but it's funny because those 2 are like the worst boroughs. So you know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just so they're trying to hit you with those 2 boroughs. So I mean, it ain't. And today's the 13th, right? You could look at it like this. See, now you get what, 2 more shootings on the 13th. We don't be. I don't know, man. Look at the date. It's the 13th. We gotta really peep. You know what I'm saying? We gotta really be on our stuff, man, because these people are throwing out signs, man. You got to really see the signs, and then the numerology. And then the thing is, too.
Yesterday was the 12th, bro.
You said, yesterday. No, but today's the 13th. They're saying that there's a shooting today in the Bronx. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like you see how they're doing it, dude. Like, but you got to look at it like this. Okay, we could go by Eastern Standard Time though. If it depends on what time it was last night, it could have been over here. It could have been still the 12th, but over there it could have been the 13th. You see what I'm saying? So it's just it's weird stuff going on, dude. DJ, and Eric Adams, they're trying to give this guy a lot of credit, and they're trying to give him, make it seem like he's so talking about we got him and all this shit. Like, what do you mean we got him? That motherfucker turned himself in supposedly because he's a crisis actor. You see how he was making the videos? He was he lost the so-called key in at the scene, right? He was you know what I'm saying? He turned himself in. Like, that's not no crisis actor to y'all? Did he make it that much easier for the police, or is it just me? Was he dropping clues for these motherfuckers? Supposedly, right? But that's what you do when you have somebody on the payroll, though. That's what happens, And he talking about white people. He talking about you see how he's supposed to be a black person, right? And then they got him talking about somebody white. But if it was somebody white, he'd be talking about white, blacks and Jews. Y'all see how they do that? And then I'm surprised they didn't say that he said something about the LGBT community. I'm so surprised, right? But look, I'm gonna point out something to that. I'm gonna point out something. I'm gonna play something about that. Watch. Tell me this is not. Tell me none of this is not a. This is in New York, right? On a subway, right? Come on, man. Look, y'all played. Quit playing with me. Watch how I'm gonna break this down.
Same state farm.
Watch how I'm gonna break this down. Hold up.
Same guy. Hey, blink twice if you're
I'm breaking this shit down, man. Share this out. If y'all can't share this motherfucker out.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm really broke. I broke this shit down. Now watch. This is 13 days ago, right?
Ken, good morning. A man was slashed in the arm on a northbound 2 train here in Lower Manhattan yesterday. But then there was another anti-gay attack actually at the other end of Manhattan.
Whoa!
video. Someone recorded that anti-gay attack on their cell
Told
phone
you, bro.
Saturday
Here we
afternoon on
go.
the P train as it approached 190th Street in Washington Heights. Police say the suspect told the 22-year-old victim, quote, "I wish I had my pepper spray," and then spit at him before going on the attack, punching and pulling out hair as riders watched. Police say the attacker also said, quote, "I'm sick of all you," followed by a homophobic slur. Then on Tuesday, here in the Financial District, a 47-year-old man was slashed in the arm. He and his wife were also spit at on a northbound 2 train. The
When they got
victim
the
just
picture
so
of the
happens
guy?
to be a retired police officer. The attacker followed the couple off the train before eventually running out of the station. But in a news conference Tuesday, the head of the MTA said with more cops underground, crime is starting to improve.
While we are by no means out of the woods, and there is a lot of progress that needs to be made on subway safety, I just want to acknowledge that the work has begun. Serious effort is underway.
And Lieber also said that in a 12-hour period overnight this week, cops just simply enforcing MTA rules actually recovered 2 guns, one from a man who was unlawfully traveling between moving cars, the other from an intoxicated person who was asleep inside a station. They got 2 guns just from doing that alone.
BJ.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not a coincidence, dog, or what? Is it not a coincidence? 13 days ago, and then 13, we gotta look at it like this, 13 days later, they got a so-called mass shooting, right? And didn't no boy just say that the crime is improving? Or it's improving, the police, they improving on crime. But then 13 days later, this happens. You see that? I'm telling you, man, this is an agenda. We don't see it, man. It's crazy, man. We don't see it. We don't see how it'll play out before actually, well, obviously, because we're not Myrians. We didn't know that they was gonna play this out like that. But if you really think about it, man, on a larger scale, they're all in on this, and they're all collecting putting the pieces to the puzzle, right? As they go along, these interviews, and you see what I'm saying, and they'll stage one event, you see what I'm saying, and then stage a bigger one after, you see what I'm saying? But then they'll give you a little hint in the other event about the next one coming, you know what I'm saying? Just like you said, we're not out of the woods yet, and then this happens, boom. 13 days later, this shit happens. See, these people get dropping hints and shit. Just like how Trump said, fake media, fake news and shit like that. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers will tell you something. They'll tell you something. You know what I mean? They'll tell you something. Obama on the Tom Jordan show, these motherfuckers will tell you something, dude. They'll drop some hints on you real quick. You see what I'm saying? We ain't gonna catch it though. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna because we look at stuff in an emotional way. I don't know why. Because I guess we're emotional people. We're so damn comfortable with being like that, and we're so comfortable in this in this space that we're in this United States of America. So I think that's the reason why, all those combining things, if you break them down, is the reasons, I guess, why we're, why we do the things we do or don't do the things that we're supposed to do. You know what I mean? So it's wild, man. It's wild. I mean, I just had to break that down and shit, man. And there's another story too I wanted to talk about, man. Y'all hear about the Biden talking about giving illegal cell phones so he could track them? Did y'all hear about that? So let me see. Let's see what's up with that real quick, man. Let's see what's up with this. Damn it, I can't. Let me see. Oh shit. This is 2 years ago, but I'm still use this.
All right. A new report finds the Trump administration is tracking undocumented immigrants trying to enter the
No.
Two, three, four. The only time a four has ever been called is 9/11. So one is bringing local resources, task force, SRG, into the area to help stabilize the situation. That's what that's about. Nothing should be really looked more into that. At this point, it's level one. It's the lowest one there is. Where you just bring local resources into a situation to help stabilize. For traffic, canvases, that type of thing. So right now, that's SOP level one. That's not a big issue at this point. I would, if I was on scene, I would have called level one, to be honest.
And Chief,
So that's
I didn't mean to step on you, Chief. We just got some new information that we really have to bring to the public right now. We now find out that that initial estimate of 5 people injured has been up to 13. So we find out at least 13 people have been injured, many or most believed to have been shot. 13.
13? Y'all don't see. What up, Monel? Damn, hey, BJ, my bad. Come back, jump back on and shit. My bad. I don't know what the hell I did. I actually got back, jumped off. Jump back on if you want, man. My bad. I messed up and shit. But so y'all see how 13? What I mean, how did they? Y'all see how at first they don't even know what the hell's going on? How many people injured? What? How? What? And now today that no, but they just know it's 13 though. They know it's that number, right? Y'all gotta pay attention to these numbers. Yeah, man.
Injured, many or most believed to have been shot. This is for the most part.
How do you not know if the motherfucker's already gone off the scene? How do you not know how many people are injured or shot? Y'all didn't comb the scene already? Y'all see where's the ambulances at? See, that's how you know.
Park Brooklyn.
That's how you know it's crisis active, man.
Is it just that the
how come motherfuckers are not in ambulances at hospitals right now? Wouldn't you know how many motherfuckers then?
Reports were that maybe they focused on one particular area, and as the reports have come out, more and more people are coming forward with injuries?
Yeah, and that could grow. Again, we don't know. That's what they have right now. It's a big number. But we're in the age of automatic weapons and high cap magazines. So you don't know. It sounds like more than one shooter as well. So that's a lot of people to be shot in one specific incident. So it's also unusual on subways. But we'll see. It's a condensed area. That's a high number. I don't know if those are all gunshots or other people suffering other wounds. But again, hopefully I don't
How do y'all not know if y'all comb the scene? If the motherfucker got away, why are these people not in ambulances? Why are they not why are they not in hospitals? How do y'all not know?
Oh, yeah, that's the good news. If there was any in this situation.
Just to update people on what they're seeing on their screen right now, this is something that happened just around 8:30 this morning. At least 5 people, we were told at that point, we understand were injured during a shooting of some sort that happened on the subway or by the subway station in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. This is
A shooting of some sort.
Impacting the D, N, and R subway lines, which for the most part are not running right now. And Brooklyn police apparently were offering some kind of a foot chase on the tracks. Of course, they have to kill the electricity.
Well, how come you don't see nobody coming off in any stretchers? Why don't you see anybody in any ambulances? Seriously, you just see a bunch of cops walking around.
Whenever anybody is down on the tracks at that point, to
standing
keep
around.
them safe,
That lets you know
obviously,
that
and
that's
there
a-
are major delays
telling you,
now on the B, D, F, N, Q, R, and W trains. These are live pictures you're seeing of this breaking news right now in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, while all these, this massive
I love how
police
motherfuckers are just standing
response
around. You don't
right
see
now,
nobody
we are
in any
told
stretchers.
At least 13 people have been injured
13?
in these subway shootings. We don't know how many, as Chief Boyce is here talking about, we don't know exactly how many have been shot or if they were injured in the trample as people were running out of subway stations or running to safety. But we know that a number have been shot. So at least 13 injured in subway shootings.
I thought they said in the other video that there was 12 injured. And then they said it was 10 shot. You know, y'all notice in the other video they said it was 10 shot. But then he's saying he don't know how many people was shot. Yeah, my bad, man. I think that shit bumped me off or something earlier, man. But
Yeah, man. It's like, I'm about to pack it up anyway, man. I'm about to go to sleep. I got people coming in from California tomorrow.
Okay, word, man. But did you see that last little video I was just playing, man? It's just they okay. Now they saying it's 13 people. Then he was saying, look, remember the
12 and then it jump plus 1, right?
Right, and then look. Then he was saying, remember in the first video?
Hey, Frank. Man, they bring around the roses in our ass, ain't they?
Exactly. It is. Hey, man, Monel, it's a big time false flag, dude. That's exactly what it is. You see what I'm saying? Then you look, because right in this video, he said he don't know how much was injured. But then in the first video, and this is all yesterday. Then the other video, the dude said, you see what I'm saying? It was 13 and 12 injured. No, he said 10 shot and others injured. He said specifically 10 shot in the other video. So I mean, I don't get it. And he's like, oh, I don't even know. I don't know. Go. How come y'all didn't comb the scene yet? Y'all didn't comb the scene for the victims. Y'all didn't see that lets you know that they weren't in no motherfucking ambulances like they were supposed to be if this was a real event. The motherfuckers supposed to be in the hospital by now. Right? Why are they not in the hospital?
Man, it do make you laugh though, man. Like, come on, man. You believe in this shit, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. And the thing is, man, see, the thing is, this just triggers fear with people. So, you know, when you in your fear zone, in that element, you're not thinking right. You're not thinking logically, right? You're thinking like, you know, that's that fear-based trauma programming we got going on. You're thinking in that kind of aspect, man. You're not thinking in any kind of logical way. You know, you know, just like they use this, you know, the fear with this code with this COVID stuff, man. You see what I'm saying? Speaking of that, I wanted to play one little thing real quick, man. Is that thing you sent me about this dude, man? This Biden's what's the name, man? With the inflation with this dude, man, is 80-something%. That's bad, man. You know, it's bad. I'm gonna play this real quick before you bounce real quick. I'm gonna read it real quick. But America goes back to the 80s surging. Gas prices, high rent pushes inflation to 41-year high of 85% as White House blames it on Putin invading Ukraine. You see what I'm saying? December 81, housing costs make about a third of the index had escalated and showed no signs of cooling. Gasoline prices soared to 49% in March from a year ago, and war in Ukraine rocked energy markets. Biden administration tried to get ahead of dire inflation news, blaming Russia leader Vladimir Putin, but Republicans placed the blame solely prices, Democrats' reckless spending and failed policies. Man, they don't. Why you got to be the Republicans though? It can't be no critical thinking motherfucker to see that. It can't be no person that just on the outside looking in to notice that shit. Why does it have to be a Republican? See, that lets you know. You know, this is games, man. We got with this politics, man. It lets you know it's really a WWF type dynamic. You know that we got with this. It's always got to be a bad or a good guy, and it's like a fight. It's always a fight, right? And they could never just come to one common ground. You see what I'm saying? And that lets you know too, if stuff is never going to be on that common ground, that's a bad thing for you, me, regular people, right? That's a bad thing for us. So stuff is not going to get passed. Stuff's not going to really get done. The stuff that we really need to get done and stuff that will help this economy is not going to get done because these people always have a split. You see what I'm saying? It's always a non-interest on one side and on the other. You see what I'm saying? It's always a disagreement. And that lets you know right there too that this is all bullshit and it's designed to really make it seem like these people are against each other and they're against stuff, but that's not really what it is in reality. They're just against us and they're the 1%. They're all about, you see what I'm saying? Just serving, their best interests, right? Just like, the Democrats, what I'm saying? They're for the big government. You see what I'm saying? And, in some cases, Republicans for, big business. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that this is it's all designed. You see what I'm saying, BJ? This is all designed to really just have us fucked over, man, and just just mess over the regular person, man, and just to really make you keep you distracted to keep you on one and the other. Oh, I'm on the Democrat, no, I'm a Republican, and really keep a division too, because you're gonna be divided with other people because of your views. You see what I'm saying? And their views, you know what I mean? It's not the same, so it's gonna be a division, just like with these Democrats, so-called Republicans. But these people really, go to the Bohemian Grove together. They go to these secret ritualistic meetings together. So, I mean, 41-year high, man. This is ridiculous, man. And it is getting crazy. It is getting bad. So I don't know what's. I mean, data showed price of basic necessities rising sharply, with groceries up to 10% from a year ago, and rent rising 44%, clothing 2.8%, and energy costs rising 32%. Joe Biden administration tried to get ahead of the dire inflation. But see, this is, and look at the consumer report. Y'all see this? That graph from 81 to now. It's just like it looks about similar. Damn near. What you think about that, BJ?
It's crazy.
That shit is crazy, huh? It's just like, how you gonna blame on Putin, right? Inflation. And look at the poultry, cereal, you know what I'm saying? 14%, meat, gasoline, damn, 49%. That's bad. Used cars, damn, up 35%. Airfare is up 15%. Fruits and vegetables, 8.5%, right? And look at this idiot right here, man. Oh, motherfucking, Gargamel from Smurfs looking ass motherfucker, man. But White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, of course, during our Monday's briefing of the White House expected the headline, inflation to the extraordinary, evaluated due to Putin's price hike. Inflation has become a top political threat to Biden and congressional Democrats as crucial November midterms election draw closer. Small business owners now say surveys that it's a primary economic concern too. Fuck the small business. The hell with just the small businesses, but that's true. That you can't, when the small businesses go, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap. But then, the small businesses also too, the lack of thereof, you feel what I'm saying? That affects us, the consumers too. You see what I'm saying? But I mean, and in that, what they say, you know what I'm saying? So you figure the demand is high and the cost is high, right? But at the same time, this is just, what's the name is just deflecting Joe Biden at this point, man, because this has nothing to do with no damn war. But like Family said earlier, man, it made a good point. that could be and give them a reason, you know, provide them with all this money for us to be boots on the ground. I wouldn't put nothing past them. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't, you know, but at the same time too, that right there basically is going to make them our puppet, right? Going to make Ukraine our puppet, and just okay, now you got to do this for the United States, right? You know, don't forget about the little favors we did. But I mean, we letting these people come over here, man. I mean, it's just wild, man. You know, but you know, we get inflation, they get reparations, right? You know, so we got to really just start to think, and you know, if we do talk about reparations or whatever the case is, we know that we could get it if they wanted to give it to us, but we got to talk about, you know, doing for self, man, and doing for your own, man, and just provide that plan and out, you know, way for yourself, man, and just money aggregation, excuse me, putting your money together. Stop celebrating these holidays. And we talk about solutions. We be dropping solutions all the time on this channel, man. We got to stop celebrating these damn holidays, man. And I mean, that's one thing, man. It's Christmas and all that. That shit gonna have to wait, right? That shit gonna have to do that shit 3-4 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Save your Christmases, save your motherfucking thing. No, just seriously, stop it all together. You know, Thanksgiving, all that, Valentine's Day, that's all pagan. That's all meaningless. You know, and we talk about living above our means. Shit, let's live above your means while celebrating these damn holidays and paying for these damn holidays, right? And with money you can't really afford to pay with. Remember, we got to remember that this shit is getting printed out of thin air, and you know, every day it's getting printed. That shit is getting that much more useless and worthless. What you think, BJ? He said false flag 13. Monel said and the end of the globe is so they using all kinds of distraction. So the masses will not see what's going on exactly. But what you think about this, BJ, with this Biden thing, man?
Well, Lil Red Riding Hood.
What you think about this Biden thing, man?
Oh, the Putin price hike at the pump.
What you think about that bad boy, man?
I think it's bullshit.
Right.
No, let me take that back. I know it's bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and the thing is too, you really gotta break it down and really. The thing about this shit is too, it don't make no sense because everything was high and all this stuff was up before the war. So you know, that's the scapegoat. It's easy to say that. Our shit was damn near almost $5 for a minute. Our shit's been $4.20 something, $4.30 something for a minute, for a while, for years. So you know, we gotta really and really some more so when this dude came in, our shit was going up. You know what I'm saying? Then so and it was up then. So I mean, you know, let's just cut it out, man. You know, let's cut it out, man. You know, and this dude is you know, I just hope people got what they paid for by voting for this motherfucker, man. That's all I gotta say. Because you know, they talk about a 90% ratio or something like that amongst black men and women, whatever the hell, or the women or something. So-called black, so it's just like, damn, you know, I honestly, you know, even though these people are selected, not elected, but for you to vote for a cat like that and just not feel nothing and see what the hell he's doing, I mean,
hey,
what up?
Yeah. Well, like I said, man, hey, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and tap over, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. One of my buddies, he moving back to Virginia, baby. So hey, man, might have to get a pad for you there here in VA, baby.
I know.
Get out of California while it's still hot.
You ain't lying. That's what I'm about. You ain't lying though. You're right.
Hey, because it could be goddamn gay for you in a while.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Non-black.
California knows how to party. Transgenders know how to party.
Word, BJ. You want to shout out your information, man.
Oh, King BJ Johnson, YouTube, kingbjmedia.com, kingbjfitness.com, Bernard Johnson, Facebook, so forth and like. I just want you to take your time and, you know, just relax. Okay, got you.
All right, BJ, good looking out for coming on, man.
Bernard 1121 Instagram, brother. Got you.
Oh, yeah. All
right, Monel.
Oh, yeah, man. And word, man. So I'm about to get off this bad boy too, man. But so y'all really got to just read between the lines, man, and stay focused, man. You know, anytime, you know, be mindful of stuff like that. But when you hear about these shootings and stuff like that, man, you gotta just. I'm not saying everything is fake or everything is a false flag, but you really gotta read between the lines, and you really gotta see, man. A lot of the stuff is just not what it is. What it ain't what it is, right? So definitely, I'm calling this either false flag or definitely psyop. Yeah, man. So y'all can holler back at me, man. Yeah, man. Frank Jones 8115, man. That's the Instagram, man. And if y'all want to hit me up on my Cash App, it's all good. But if not, it's all good. But $ Frank JONEZ 1. And then yeah, man, just hit that notification bell, like, share, and subscribe. Man, I gave y'all some. I really broke it down for y'all, man, and I really gave y'all some stuff to break down from. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into this little editing software soon, but yeah, man, I did a little something, and just I hope I made y'all think, man, and just made y'all think outside the box, man, and use our critical thinking skills like I know y'all can. So yeah, man, like, share, subscribe. Once again, like, share, subscribe, and really appreciate y'all tuning in. Monel, peace out. You know what I'm saying? My boy Rebel Life Boxing, stay up. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for your commentary, man, and your comments. And till then, y'all, I'm gonna holler back at y'all. I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow, and yeah, peace out. Good looking out for tuning in, and like, share, and subscribe. And till then, I'm out. Peace.